An appeal to farmers to properly manage their affairs. Economist finds faults with UWP budget response, and Coffee Rehab Project focuses on propagation. Thank you for joining us on National Focus. I am Lourianne Graham Carter.
And I'm Jarna Hector. Stay with us for details of the headline stories and others after this.
Think water. Think life. Water refreshes, restores, cleans, and enhances growth. Potable water is a benchmark for development. DOWASCO is serious about its mandate to ensure easy access to potable water island-wide and provide sewage services for a cleaner environment. DOWASCO is your water and sewage company.
Thank you for staying with us. Honorable Prime Minister and Minister for Finance Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit and Honorable Minister for Agriculture Johnson Drygo are calling on farmers to take responsibility for the success of their farms. On Tuesday, government signed a $10 million contract for special loan facility with the Agricultural Industrial Development Bank for on-lending to farmers. While addressing that signing ceremony, the Honorable Finance Minister advised beneficiaries of the facility to use the funds for the purpose intended. He also advised that diversification is the best option for success on their farms.
I personally know of the tremendous benefits one can derive from getting involved in agriculture. But I also know of the challenges. In agriculture, if you're not a diversified farmer, and that's why I'm encouraging farmers to survive in agriculture, you must be fully diversified. As far as practically possible, diversified. With short-term, medium-term, and long-term crops. I know that. I am a short-term farmer, a medium-term farmer. I'm also a long-term farmer in terms of crops.
Honorable Minister for Agriculture Johnson Drygo described the occasion as a new dawn for agriculture in Dominica. He implored farmers to manage their affairs diligently.
I would like to appeal to our farmers. I would like to appeal to our investors in agriculture, to our young people, to our women farmers, to make very good use of this facility. Increase your acreage where merited. Increase your production, increase productivity, pay your loans on time, and conduct your business wisely and honestly.
The special loan facility is at a 3% interest rate, and farmers will have a grace period of 6 months before repayment.
In other news, Economist and Honorable Minister for Public Works, Senator Miriam Blanchard, has found to be unrealistic the opposition United Workers' Party response to the 2016-2017 national budget. Senator Blanchard opines that the budget, which imposes no new taxes or stringent fiscal measures, but instead identifies ways to make life easier in Dominica, is nothing short of remarkable. Instead of appreciating the people-oriented estimates for its consideration of the island's vulnerable, she says, the opposition's response seemed to lack perspective.
Anyone listening to the presentation by the leader of the opposition would be forced to ask this question. But where was he on the morning of August 28, 2015, after the passage of Tropical Storm Erica? The speech we heard from the leader of the opposition, Madam Speaker, clearly did not take into account the near wiping out of the Petit Tavan community and the severe damage caused to many other communities across the island. Madam Speaker, the speech of the Honorable Leader of the Opposition spoke to a country with an airport in pristine condition, and not the Douglas Charles Airport of August 28, 2015, that no air traffic was allowed into the country for a number of weeks. Madam Speaker, he spoke to agriculture as if no crops were destroyed, no access roads damaged, no topsoils were lost, as if harvesting was uninterrupted for the calendar year under review. The Honorable Leader of the Opposition spoke to tourism as if Jungle Bay, as we knew it, is capable today of an occupancy rate of 99%. As if dozens of other small properties around the island are still are not still in the process of rebuilding and rebranding, incapable of offering the same quality of service that they did prior to August 27th of last year.
The budget response was heavily critiqued by The Economist.
There was no attempt to draw the connection between what did not happen and what in fact happened on August 27th of last year. This is a country, Madam Speaker, that many international observers were willing and ready to write off less than 12 months ago. Many of us here in Dominica shook our heads in despair on August 27th of last year and feared it was all over for us in Dominica. Now, less than 12 months later, the Leader of the Opposition has no appreciation for the progress that has been made, but rather is suggesting that we should be further, given where we were 3 years ago.
She advised the opposition party to be realistic and acknowledge the extent of the impact which Tropical Storm Erica had on the island's industries and economy.
As much as we would love to, Madam Speaker, we cannot wish Tropical Storm Erica away. I'm sorry to break this bad news to the members on the other side of the House, but Tropical Storm Erica was real. It happened. Dominica was ravaged by a storm of enormous proportions, and it's in that context and against that backdrop that we must proceed.
Honorable Minister Blanchard considers the 2016-2017 national budget, quote, a smasher.
The Coffee Rehabilitation Project of the Ministry of Agriculture will get some additional attention in this financial year. The Honorable Agriculture Minister Johnson Drygo updated the nation from the House of Parliament.
Over 50,000 quality seeds were purchased from local farmers, from Dominica farmers, treated and secured for the propagation of seedlings as a first step of our coffee rehabilitation and expansion program. These seedlings will be established on 100 acres of coffee. So our intention here is to establish 100 acres of fresh coffee in the areas where feeder roads are being rehabilitated, as well as across the island. So we have a plan for coffee and for the coffee plant.
So far, 50,000 Arabica seedlings are being housed at agriculture stations. Government will provide aid in the form of pruning and cleaning techniques, fertilizer and inputs, pest and disease control, and farm drainage. $300,000 have been allocated just for this project this year. You are watching National Focus. More when we return.
Introducing the Government of Dominica Internal Directory mobile app, available for download from the Google Play Store, One Mobile Market, and the Government of Dominica's website. Access to all ministries and sub-departments' phone, email and office addresses and websites. Simply select a ministry and the sub-department. You can dial directly from the app or save the numbers to your phone contacts. It's convenience at your fingertips.
Is my passport ready for pickup? Good. It really works.
Download the Government of Dominica Internal Directory mobile app today.
Welcome back. The design and equipment which will be installed in the new US $40 million National Hospital will easily bring it to the level of international standards, making it second to none in the English-speaking Caribbean region. The groundbreaking ceremony officially signified the commencement of construction for the new state-of-the-art hospital on Monday, August 8th, which will take 30 months to complete. Lourianne Graham Carter has this report.
In June 2007, the Ministry of Health and Social Security, as it was named then, established a hospital building committee and commissioned it to develop certified plans for a new modern medical facility. Between June of 2012 and October of 2013, studies and research were conducted on the site and for the design of the project. On December 15, 2015, the contract for the construction of the hospital was signed between the firm Henan Construction Engineering Group Corporation of China and the Ministry of Health and Environment of the Government of the Commonwealth of Dominica. This project is the final of 4 pillar projects promised to Dominica by the government of the People's Republic of China in the Memorandum of Understanding signed in 2004. The Honorable Prime Minister Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit addressed the ceremony on Monday and revealed that this moment was what he has hoped for since assuming leadership of Dominica. He emphasized the need for quality and affordable health care as an integral aspect of any country. The Dominica leader expounded that while his party has done tremendous work all over the country in many different areas, one that needs more attention is that of healthcare, and this has been a major cause of concern to him.
Projections are that it will be completed before it is time to return to the voters of Dominica for another mandate. But already I am declaring this as one of the brightest days of my journey in politics and public life in Dominica. I have been determined not to exit office without delivering to the people of Dominica a modern, state-of-the-art hospital. And that promise, ladies and gentlemen, I intend to keep and deliver. My dear friends, your government spoke 2 elections ago about taking Dominica to the next level. The construction of this new hospital is one of the initiatives that we were referring to back then.
China's ambassador to Dominica, His Excellency Li Jiangning, thanked the Honorable Prime Minister for his wisdom, guidance, strong leadership and support of their work. He hailed this project as another momentous occasion for Dominica and China relations. The Chinese ambassador also congratulated the government and people of Dominica.
The new hospital will bring higher quality medical services to the community in the years to come. With more modern facilities, advanced equipment, and better working conditions and treatment environment. I'm confident that this new facility, when it is completed in a couple of years' time, would enhance the capacity of Dominica to deal with new emerging health issues and challenges, as well as current ones.
Hanon Construction Engineering Group Corporation is a joint construction enterprise with a history exceeding 60 years. Presently, it has established over 40 major projects in more than 30 countries. In order to minimize disruption of services and some inconvenience, the manager of the construction company revealed that construction will be executed in 7 phases. The Honorable Minister for Health, Dr. Kenneth Daru, expressed his gratitude to the Honorable Prime Minister for his support of the project. He also thanked him for his commitment and love to the people of Dominica. The Honorable Health Minister also shared how appreciative he is of the people and the government of the People's Republic of China for their unwavering friendship. He recognized the Chinese ambassador and staff at the Chinese embassy.
Your Excellency, please accept my heartfelt gratitude for your understanding of the intricacies involved in building a new hospital on an existing site and your patience in listening to and addressing our concerns. So far, work on the plans for the hospital is progressing well. Earlier this year, professional designs were received and revised by our local experts from the Ministry of Health and Public Works. But as stated earlier, there was a need for consultation with national experts. And we were fortunate to have had free visits from experts facilitated by the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO. And we can report that with detailed review and discussions, the design concept has been signed off.
A total of 177,604 square feet of new construction will be undertaken. 44,778 square feet of general repairs and 100,314 linear feet of roof guttering will be done.
I applaud the staff of the PMH for improvising. I admire how you have done so much with so little. Especially in recent years, when it was clear we would not have been refurbishing the existing hospital building and replacing several pieces of vital equipment due to the commencement of the construction. You made do with minimal resources, and by and large, the quality of healthcare dispensed from this institution has been admirable. Therefore, I am elated for you that this day has come and that soon you will be operating from a top-of-the-line healthcare facility in Dominica.
The Honorable Prime Minister extended gratitude to the Ministry of Health, public officers and other Dominicans involved in the planning, design and negotiations who have brought the project to where it is today. Preparatory work will include construction of some temporary structures such as living quarters for employees of the contractor, construction of administrative buildings for the contractor, temporary buildings for the blood bank, the woodwork shop and infection control building. The current Princess Margaret Hospital was built between 1953 and 1955 on 10.5 acres of land at Goodwill. It was opened with a capacity of 144 in 7 wards, including a private ward. The new National Hospital will have a bed capacity of 250.
Lourianne, according to the information that we have received from the designers and the Ministry of Health, the new National Hospital has been designed in such a way to meet the very specific needs of the Dominican people. Sure. This information says that the wards will be housed in 2 buildings with 4 floors, providing naturally accommodation for male and female patients, including surgical patients, pediatrics and gynecology.
And in addition to that, we will have 2 new medical technology buildings. One will be 3 stories for clinical laboratory and blood bank, dialysis services, radiology department, which will include CT scan, a new MRI machine, mammography, and a high-frequency focused ultrasound machine. And then the second medical technology building, which will be 2 floors, will have a new intensive care unit, pathology department, operating theater department with 4 operating rooms.
The 5th building is an outpatient department. It will be 2 stories. It will include an information desk, a payment desk, registration, dispensary, gynecology, pediatric outpatient, and internal medicine information.
Yes. No, we will have a new accident and emergency department, which will be a 2-story building with emergency rooms, an emergency operating room, observation rooms naturally, and asthma rooms, plural, doctors and nurses rooms, and there will be new accommodations which will be provided for the administration department on the 1st floor of the accident and emergency unit building.
Interestingly, there will be accommodation for teaching department, with classrooms, single and double room hostels for consultants and students, a theater-style lecture hall, and the ophthalmology unit will also have new accommodations.
Yes. Now the medical main street, which is basically the walkway between the buildings, will give access to visitors and patients alike by the use of stairs, ramps, and elevators. So you can see that they have provided for all different types of people who may even be disabled, who will be able to access every section of the buildings without any difficulty.
So Lourianne, we're at the point now where ground has been broken and I am absolutely ready. Are you?
I am anticipating the end of this 2.5-year project. In other news, on Monday, an opening ceremony officially launched the week of activities for the Diabetic Foot Care Mission. The Diabetic Foot Care Mission is a project organized by the Rotary Club of Dominica in partnership with the government of Dominica. The Dominica Diabetes Association and Dr. Brian Edmonds and his team of the University of Hampton in Virginia. The activities for the week include sessions on the effects of diabetes, on loss of sensation, circulation and structural changes to the foot. Also, there will be visits to the wards and the physical therapy department of the Princess Margaret Hospital. For the rest of the week, about 100 diabetic patients will be seen at the Roseau Health Care Center, where feet will be screened by Dr. Edmonds and his team. Director for Primary Healthcare Services, Dr. Laura Esprit, addressed the ceremony.
As it relates to diabetes in Dominica, we are particularly concerned for complications of the eye, diabetic-related amputations, diabetic neuropathies, among others. It is therefore the opportune time to renew our dedication in our efforts to confront these concerns as we strive to fight against diabetes, providing quality care to those most in need.
And that's the English news. McPherson St. Luce is up next with Creole highlights.
Alors tout le monde, bienvenue à ces nouvelles en créole. Non, moi, c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, Premier ministre Honorable Dr. Roosevelt Skerritt, qui a fait parole joie pour voir le projet de l'hôpital neuf venir en réalité depuis un point de travail qu'on chef pays. Honorable Skerritt fait parole là pendant une groundbreaking ceremony pour le projet là qui prend place lundi. Premier ministre a complimenté l'ambassadeur People's Republic of China pour Dominique, His Excellency Li Jiangning, ensemble et puis délégation China qui tient négociation. Gouvernement et peuple China pour faire assurer que l'agreement qui signé en l'année 2004 pendant que Dominique établit relations diplomatiques et puis China, ça vient en réalité en l'intérêt peuple Dominique. Projet ça là, c'est un cadre qui était d'accord pendant le rangement ça l'a été signé. C'est les autres rangements là, c'est Stadium Windsor Park, Dominic Grammar School et puis Highway et Oli Blanc. Alors, nouvelle, le gouvernement Dominique a fait l'argent avec là pour le secteur agricole et puis touriste. 15 millions de dollars qui allaient pour le secteur touriste, pendant 10 millions qui allaient pour l'agriculture. Le gouvernement a collaboré et puis aide banque pour distribuer l'eau à gens qui sont intéressants. Si le ministère de l'Agriculture, Honorable Johnson Drago, facilite ça là qui assiste habitants payants.
Bon matin, ça, je suis bien content. Le gouvernement Dominique, si un argument avec Banque Agriculture Dominique, Banque Investissement et Agriculture Dominique, pour 10 millions de dollars pour investissement en agriculture secteur. Quand nous sortons, nous avons un abattoir neuf en pays, et le gouvernement a toujours dit ces femmes-là qui provide l'argent pour aider pour aller à affaires lever poules et lever cochons pour abattoir. So à présent, les gens qui sont intéressants en affaires lever poules, ils allaient à une banque, acheter l'argent, en ça on a couillé à 3% interest rate. Et il y a 6 mois avant que ça commence à payer $1 à ce programme. Ça. Pour les gens qui sont allés en affaires poule, ils ne sont pas même obligés d'espérer 6 mois avant de commencer à payer. Parce que, vous savez, pour poule, il y a 6 semaines pour le process. Et aussi, l'agence a tout le monde qui est agriculteur, ça n'a pas pensé l'agence. Si vous avez planté banane, vous avez planté figue, vous avez planté chou, si vous avez fait business, c'est pour aller, vous avez fait vendre produits l'autre pays, ou ça aussi taper à l'agence. Ça, c'est l'argent que le gouvernement a mis pour ça, vous expandre le secteur agricultural secteur. Et nous bien contents pour ça, je dis ça.
En une nouvelle, le ministère de l'Éducation qui servait l'argent d'allocation budget pour maintenance l'école tout un pays là. Parole ça là sortira du ministère de l'Éducation, Honorable Peter Saint-Jean.
Vous savez, tous les années, nous n'y pouvons aller à le Parlement pour approuver l'argent qui nous est dépensé pour l'année. Ça nous a créé un budget pour tout programme et projet qui nous est fait entre gouvernement. Et en ministre de l'Éducation, vous savez qui en grand part, ça nous a créé current budget là, nous a mis pour le ministre de l'Éducation. En ligne projet, nous avons différents projets qui nous ont fait tout en Dominique, mais particulièrement en mois à août, mois là ça, nous avons travail qui prend place en différents cases de l'école, en pays là, ça nous a créé maintenance programme nous. Ça c'est là nous avons occupé et ranger, réhabiliter, c'est dans l'école là nous ni tout en pays là. Mon a créé à sous Dominique pour comprendre qui est nécessaire pour nous éduquer nous et nous tous ni pour prendre un pas en travail ça là, un des gouvernements pour un des jeunes gens là pour éduquer quoi.
Messieurs, mesdames, ça c'est tout pour Nouvelle Créole pour à présent. Non, moi, c'est McPherson St. Luce. Au revoir.
One way to reduce your impact on the environment is to eat locally produced and organic food. It has been estimated that 13% of U.S. greenhouse gas emissions result from the production and transport of food. Transporting food requires petroleum-based fuels, and many fertilizers are also fossil fuel-based.
Another way is to pay attention to tire inflation and other tuning. Properly inflated tires improve your gas mileage by up to 3%. It also helps to use the correct grade of motor oil and to keep your engine tuned, because some maintenance fixes, like fixing faulty oxygen sensors, can increase fuel efficiency by up to 40%.
And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm.
Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GIS News Dominica, and follow our Twitter at GIS Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. Live streaming is now available also on our YouTube channel 24 hours a day. From all of us here in the GIS News production team, I'm Jarna Hector.
And I'm Lourianne Carter. Thanks for watching, and join us again next time on National Focus.